Listen, if you his walls here, these windows answer. The Screaming Skull. The Screaming Skull is a motion picture magnificent in its horror. Therefore, this certificate assures burial service without cost to anyone in the audience who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull. See the re-visualization of a woman scorned. See the vengeful violence of the undead. The Screaming Skull, starring Alex Nichol. See Terror from the year 5000 and The Screaming Skull.
I'm Vincent Price, and you're invited to my party in the house on Haunted Hill, where so far the ghosts have murdered only 7 people. So won't you come and make it 8? You'll see human heads without bodies. Mysterious pools of blood dripping from the ceiling. The walls move slowly in against you. Don't try to escape, you can't. You ready, dear?
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
The ghosts are waiting, so won't you join me in the house on Haunted Hill? Hurry, or you'll be late for your own funeral.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everyone.
How we doing tonight, Evan?
I'm doing swell. I just woke up from like a 3-hour nap.
Ooh, that's nice. Just
Yeah.
the sound of that is nice.
It felt like I woke up into a different day.
Oh, one of those naps.
Yeah, only bad thing, I fell asleep in my contacts.
As I see now, I can't personally relate to that feeling because I don't wear contacts. I don't wear glasses.
Yeah, anybody
but I
who
know it's
does
not good.
knows
I know it's not
you,
good.
you wake up, dry eyes, like contacts glued to your eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, that can't be a good feeling. But you braved it. You're here with us tonight. And so are all of our good friends already in the chat. You guys are already popping off. Love to see it. Of course, Kathy, Alana, Sears, Joe, William, Scott, James, Sally, Shirley. Let's see. Fresh, Mr. Fresh Rogan, welcome. Hope y'all are all doing well on this Friday evening in October. this, again, another mild day in our neck of the woods, and yeah, right. I mean,
Welcome to the Dream Stream.
the dream stream.
We can talk all about dreams tonight.
Oh, we're gonna be getting into it heavy. Like it's gonna be so much fun. This is I mean, we are getting to that point in Shocktober where it's time to get a little like heady. We need to get a little psychological. We haven't quite had that in our lineup yet. We've had a pretty interesting Shocktober so far. We kicked it off with V, which was a really fun witchcraft tale. And then last week we kind of went off the beaten path with a little riff on the story of the Headless Horseman. To mixed results. We had fun with it, but it was a strange film. I don't think that's any...
Yeah, definitely not at all what I was expecting. I feel like I got more of the experience out of the cartoon than the feature film.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I can see that. I mean, I really I think it was silly. We had fun with some of it, and, but it was a low budget movie, and me, like I said last week, any excuse to talk about Headless Horseman this time of year. It's all about this time of year, right? And I mean, we talked about the pendulum swinging from movie to movie. I don't think we're swinging as far tonight because we're kind of staying in that realm of like American kind of folklore, and more specifically in the sense of like haunted and creepy houses.
Okay. Hence the Mickey Mouse cartoon.
And so that's the thing. We're getting, I don't know if I can call this a haunted house movie, but I know we're going to have a creepy house. And then as Evan already brought up, we're getting dreamy. Bee's Nest in the house. Welcome, Bees. Hope you're doing well this evening.
What's up, everybody? We got like a full house here
It's
tonight.
a full house.
It's a full haunted house.
The joint is jumping. It's right. I mean, you can't beat that. Perfect for a haunted house movie to have a full house. Again, I don't know. That's something we'll find out tonight. We're watching House of Dreams from 1963. So creepy houses and dreams. That just to give you a baseline. That's the movie. So that's what we're getting into tonight. But this is actually, it's a micro budget psychological thriller. That's actually, it's a regional film produced in Decker, Indiana. Huh. And it was produced mainly by a group of college students. So it's definitely
kind of a student film. Then?
Sorry, Fat Fingers. Not kind of, but it wasn't for the school. It wasn't for any kind of project or any credit.
It seemed pretty experimental from kind of what little I read about it.
Well, and that's the thing. It's very much and we're gonna get into this tonight, but it's what you could call art house horror. So we're going to be talking about art house horror tonight because that's the thing in our art house horror, which is, it's kind of a nebulous kind of subgenre, but there's a certain DNA in just the feel and the vibe and the tone and what's happening. And, you can group this with other art house horror films, but also just other regional horror films that we've seen on this show. So it's going to be fun. It's this movie is kind of like filling, not a blind spot for us, but a little bit of a gap, I would say. And it's a nice bridge from the haunted house movie we watched last year, Ghosts of Hanley House. If you remember that, remember the kind of DIY, very like kind of lived in feel of that film.
Yeah. Which one was that again?
So that was
that the period one?
No, that was the one where they had the bet to stay the night in the haunted house.
Oh yeah, that one.
Right. So, but this is much more psychological. So, should be exciting. Looking forward to it. And something else I'm looking forward to, as always, of course, Evan brings us a delicious cocktail to pair with the evening's film and a little segment which he calls...
What were you drinking?
And what are we going to be drinking tonight, Evan?
Well, if you were here last week, you'll know that we made sorry, we got dogs barking.
Yeah,
here.
sorry. You
okay.
go ahead.
If you were here last week, you'll remember we made a delicious pumpkin pie syrup, and basically, I still had a bunch of this stuff left over, and so I figured we're gonna have to, do something else with it this week before it goes bad. And whenever I was making it to begin with, I mentioned this last week, but I realized it's basically something that I've already made before on the show, which was the cinnamon syrup that you make for Dawn's Mix for zombies. I said Mai Tais last week. It's zombies, but that is what we're doing tonight to use up, hopefully, most of the rest of the pumpkin syrup. And we've had zombies on the show before. It's a recipe I like a whole lot. I like a good tiki drink. Because if you remember when it was a few weeks ago, we were making the Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
And we said that there's something about like being able to throw like kind of like a dozen things in a glass, and it comes out feeling very finely tuned,
right,
and delicious, despite all the alcohol, because a zombie is a pretty darn powerful drink. And I'm sorry, this has like so many ingredients. I'm trying.
Yeah, Evan's like trying. He's like trying to focus. He's trying to entertain, and he's juggling. He's a man juggling many hats right now. This is why he is the one making the cocktails and I'm not, because I would whiff it. I'd whiff the recipe if I was trying to talk. You guys have seen when I'm flying solo and I try to do it. It's a disaster.
But what we've cooked up tonight is what I'm calling the I Dream of Zombie. Which is, it's 3 different kinds of rum. I've got dark rum, gold rum, and some aged rum, lemon juice, some falernum, or if you can't find it, some kind of substitute.
Okay.
In addition to some apple juice, our pumpkin syrup, of course, some bitters, and we're gonna garnish with a burnt cinnamon stick.
Ooh, I like it. Get a little bit of spice in there. A little more spice on top of all the other spice.
So we've got all of our ingredients.
Got it all mixed up. Yeah, don't worry. Thank you for that, Alana. I did tell Charlie to simmer down, and I think we're good now. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all could hear the dog barking, but I know for Evan and I, it's like, I mean, Charlie's barks are a little intimidating, but these are good mics, so hopefully you didn't pick it up. Yeah, I mean, Evan's been killing it with the fall-themed cocktails. You've been knocking them out of the park. Last week's was absolutely, like, just the perfect fall-time drink, honestly. It was smooth, but it was...
There's so much in the shaker, it didn't even fit in the glass.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. That's all right.
All right, these are coming up. I would never had This might be our fanciest garnish ever.
Oh.
I don't think we've ever had anything that required fire before.
Oh no, I don't. Wait, have we not?
Have we not?
Maybe we've joked about having something with fire before. No, good question. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you toast that cinnamon stick. Hold up just a little bit higher. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks.
All right.
Should have just gotten you a little blowtorch.
Yeah. If this was a real kitchen, we'd just have the blowtorch.
All right.
Right.
Oh, this is very like aesthetically pleasing. I don't know. I don't know. You can kind of see this, but it's awesome looking. Smells very good. Yeah, the zombie is one that you've done, and like I don't know. It's funny just in smelling this. I like.
Yeah, does it bring you back?
It brings me back to other zombies.
Yeah,
so
I really like a zombie. Just like the like we said, just like the Long Island iced tea. There's just something about being able to throw a billion things in a glass and actually,
it comes together.
yeah, it all comes together.
Well,
But we're gonna give this a try. This is the I Dream of Zombie. Cheers.
cheers.
Wow, that's
It's got some. It's not like
It's
a
pretty
punch or a
strong,
kick, but
yeah.
that's strong for
Yeah.
sure. Big time. Big time. That's strong.
yeah. That's,
Not that there's
you do have
anything
to
wrong with
remind
it.
yourself, zombie. It is intentionally a very strong
That's true.
drink.
That's a good point. It'll be a sipper for sure. It's gonna be a sipper, which that's good. It's especially with a kind of more contemplative movie. It's nice to
Yeah.
have more of a contemplative drink.
There's so much in there. I think I could almost do more of the pumpkin than
Mm.
what I posted on the recipe.
Okay, a little more pumpkin.
Yeah, maybe in the next one a little more pumpkin.
Okay.
Makes me want to lie on the beach in a flannel.
It's got lie on. I mean, I guess if it's the right time of year, if it's kind of windy or mild enough, it would
Yeah, you need something to protect you from
feel
the sand.
good. Yeah, I guess. You know me, man. I like just be out on the beach, and I don't like necessarily wearing like heavy clothes and then get sand in my clothes. It's not for me. Like, I can't understand people wearing like socks and shoes to the beach. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
could
a
never,
bit much.
I don't.
That's a bit-
No offense, because I'm sure some of you out there do, and I have plenty of friends that do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. No offense to anybody out there. That's your preferred way to do it. Some people just hate sand.
I mean, okay, well, what do you do in the winter though? Like, if you've been to the beach in the winter, right?
Yeah,
I do definitely wear shoes.
I mean, you
if I
have
go if
to.
it's, like, cold.
Yeah. I just don't like being at the beach during the winter, though. It's not like, I mean, I'm not even gonna go into. I start getting all picky. Don't even start asking me about the beach. But no, this is great.
Enough fresh wear socks on the beach.
See, that makes sense. I'm not surprised. Wow, unsubscribing. No, fresh.
Please don't go.
I knew it was a controversial opinion. I should have kept my mouth
This-
shut.
The hot take. This is the hottest take you're gonna get on the stream.
It's true. Who would have known? Yeah. No, I think this drink is gonna pair nicely with House of Dreams, which, again, it's another movie I haven't seen. I've seen like, little bits and pieces, like, but I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. So, but what I'll tell you about this movie, if you like saw the thumbnail clicking on this tonight, or you've seen this before, you'll know that the house in this movie is incredibly creepy looking. Like, Evan, I don't know if you've seen any images of it.
I don't know. I don't know if I did.
It's just got a look to it that is like absolutely, because I think everywhere in America, and this is what I was talking about earlier, in kind of the sense that haunted houses in America, there's something kind of that we all experience, like, especially if you're in a small town, that there's some house that's like off some road that is all dilapidated and
The haunted, yeah,
The
the
haunted-
local haunted
the
house.
local haunted. That's the thing. The
You-
local haunted house.
It's
Such an American, like, it's not.
it's like a universal shared experience. If you're growing up, you're riding around on your bicycle, you and your friends always know to avoid that house.
Exactly. Yeah, there's something. Yeah, there's something very almost instinctual about kind of the creepiness, the unsettlingness of that.
Yeah.
And so, like, taking that and like, being able to have a really creepy house to execute a concept like that is one thing, but then the way that you do it is a whole other thing. And again, we're gonna watch a very low budget movie. But the low budgetness of it, it gives it a vibe and a creepiness, I think, just from what I've seen. And
Okay.
there's a lot of handheld, like, camera.
And Blair Witchy.
Yes, I think that's that's the thing. We'll get into it tonight, and we've got a fair amount of information about the making of tonight's movie, which comes from contemporary news articles, from, like, Indianapolis papers and other papers in Indiana that followed the filmmakers as they were producing and releasing the film. So it's an interesting story on top of just what the movie will be. So I think if Evan, anything before we get into the exciting beginning of House of Dreams?
So the instinct that you're talking about, the, like, kid instinct to avoid certain things, is kind of, like, really funny to me in retrospect, because I definitely, like, I felt that, but in my head it was like, avoid going to this place because of, like, ghosts or monsters or something, when in reality, like, you probably just shouldn't go to a place like that because of, like, tetanus and snake bites.
Right, there's some real practical horrors minus all the supernatural stuff that is going to be the first thing in your mind when you're a child, right?
Those places haunted with harmful bacteria.
Ooh. Yeah, I love it. I do think that there is like, even if that was your instinct of, okay, well, I shouldn't go near it, always people, like, certain kids, or when you reach a certain age, you get a certain curiosity about it, of, like, well, I kind of want to go in there and see, like, I want to figure this out. So mixing that in with just dreams, right? And the more psychological, what does it mean, and what's the...
Got a haunted house dream. Have you ever had a haunted house dream?
I
feel like if anybody would, it would.
You would hope that I
would hope
would,
you
right?
would,
But for me, it's not even like a typical haunted house. It's more like almost like a old 1920s style, like, set / mansion of, like, an old dark house kind of house. Like, that's like I'm in one of those, and it's, like, just really, like, eerie and just kind of old and musty, and just, but it's not like it's not like a haunted house, like that kind of haunted house.
Okay.
It's just more, it's just inside, and it's just old, and it's just spacious and strange. I wish I had like the dilapidated like what we're gonna see in this movie is like that dream. Like you're gonna see it and you're like, oh, this kind of great. But again, I mean it's a low budget movie, so I'm sure people will have their gripes with it, but we'll get into it. It'll be fun. I do dream. That's right, Fresh. I do dream in black every night. No, I think if I was dreaming in black and white, there might be a problem. Well, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of House of Dreams right now.
Rat people, Alana?
Oh, that is wild, Alana.
That's a crazy dream.
That is pretty weird. It's like it's an easy way not to have to like pay somebody to do opticals. You know, you just
That's true.
do it on set. So Robert Barry is our kind of auteur here. We'll be getting into him tonight. He's an interesting character, writer, director, producer, and star.
It's his movie.
It is his movie. He had some help. We'll talk about that too.
So these people, it seems, saw that haunted house we were talking about and took a camera.
It's actually interesting, kind of how that, you know, why they got access to the haunted house or the house and what they did there and things that happened there while they were making the movie. We'll get into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm intrigued. This house. This old house.
Creepy house. See, that's what I want to wear on the beach, Evan. Not a flannel robe.
There you go.
Flannel robe
Yeah.
on the beach. Now you're speaking my language.
Right, yeah. Right at dawn, cup of black coffee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There we go. Duh. It does. You're right, Fresh. I wonder why he's got a pounding headache. It couldn't be because of this metronome sounding clock.
I can't sleep without my metronome.
My white noise metronome. Oh, okay. Eerily quiet.
Yeah.
No TV on?
Rough night, huh?
A headache again. Couldn't get any work done, so I finally went to bed.
Here,
Think we
take your
should see the
lithium,
doctor?
dear.
Oh, no, it's nothing serious.
But maybe he could give you something to stop the pain. How's the story coming? Okay?
Are you kidding? I haven't put in a decent night on that thing in a couple of weeks. Lately, I don't know. I just haven't been able to concentrate. My mind wanders from this thing to that, you know?
Writer's block.
Each day I tell myself, how today things are going to go. But
Maybe you just need to get away from the typewriter for a few days.
well, maybe. I can't understand these headaches. They seem to get a little worse each night. Last night I thought my head was going to bust wide open.
Well, I think it's time you went to the doctor. How do you know it's not something serious?
Oh, it's probably nothing.
Well, you let the doctor be the judge.
I wonder how old the Winninger place is.
I don't know. Why?
Just wondered. Dreamed about that old place last night. Ted and I used to play around it as kids. We used to scare ourselves silly in that old place.
That's where your story takes place, isn't it? Maybe that's why you dreamed about it. Never did find out what became of the old man, did they?
A Winninger? I guess not.
Mrs. Hobbs said she hears that he still lives out there in the place. In the attic or something. And only goes out at night.
And Mrs. Hobbs is about as nutty as her fruitcakes. Nobody lives out there. The place is ready to fall down.
She's not the only one who's talked about the place.
Now, don't tell me you believe in all those ghost stories.
Of course not.
Where'd you say these people are?
On the other hand, why shouldn't I? Talented husband is making rich by writing them, so why
Filmed
not?
in Indiana. I think the actress is
Honey.
actually British.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we go
But
for a
he's
drive
from
today?
Indiana. He's
Because
a
that's
local.
making
He's
it
the one
fun.
from
We'll see.
Decker. This is Bob Barrett.
That's what you always say, Lee, and we never do it. Why not take a break
From
today
Decker?
and just relax? We could run up and see your brother.
Elaine, I've got to knock out this story. I've been on it far too long already.
I know,
Decker,
Lee.
Indiana.
Oh.
It's just that Ted and Nancy have been after us for weeks
Not
to come
Decker.
out.
Not Decker, the TV
And it
series.
would
TV
be
show.
nice to get away for a day or two.
We'll go soon, I promise.
That would be a wild connection.
Right? It's so random. Ding, ding, ding. Late night by the typewriter. How the world has changed. so.
Headache again?
Yeah, guess that does it for another night.
It's after 12 anyway, Lee. And you could use a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Well,
Lee,
Yeah?
are you happy?
What do you mean?
Are you happy?
That's a silly question. Happy about what?
Us?
You mean you and me?
Oh, be serious, Lee. Are you happy?
Of course I am. What brought this on?
I don't know. It's just that sometimes I feel we're so far apart. Things haven't been the same since I've been back. Have they, Lee?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, since I've gotten back from the sanitarium.
Oh,
I haven't
wow.
noticed any difference.
It's not the same, though. I know it isn't. Sometimes I feel as if you even try to forget I'm around.
Oh, that's silly.
Is it? Lee, look at me. Do you love me?
does that answer your question?
You didn't say yes.
A kiss isn't an answer. Sure it is.
Does that answer you?
Bow,
Something's
bow, bow,
wrong, Lee.
bow, bow.
I know it is.
Nothing's wrong, honey. It's all in your mind.
I don't look as attractive as I did before, do I?
Nonsense, honey.
Do I?
Elaine, you're being childish. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, come on, Elaine.
Go to
Now,
sleep.
try to get some sleep. You'll feel better in the morning.
Elaine.
I've often wondered why I ever drank in the first place.
Honey, let's not go all over that again.
Did you wonder about it, Lee? Of course you must have. It was a nice escape, though.
Elaine, I don't know what brought all this on, but I wish you'd forget it. Now go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
The way they talk makes them sound like they should be on a stage.
Yeah.
Like not in a bed. Or
Well-
like or the bed should be on a stage.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Evan. This has to be a dream. There's no way he's gonna have a car that nice in real life as a writer. On a writer's salary.
You know, come to think of it, I don't know that I've ever dreamt that I was driving. All my dreams take place like on foot.
Yeah, I don't think I've been driving in my dreams either. It's an interesting thing to notice. I've flown in my dreams,
Yeah,
like
definitely have
literally,
flying.
like just my body,
Yeah.
but I've never driven a car.
Those are my favorite dreams.
Haven't had a good one in a while, but they're good. They're good. Keyboard cat's having a stroke. Yeah. I've been riding in a car actually,
You riding a car but not driving.
but not driving. As a
That's
kid,
so-
a dream from when I was a kid. I was riding in a car.
That's terrible, Fresh. You dream that you get in like car accidents? Is that what you're saying?
Jesus, that's intense, Fresh.
I'm sure it's always like at least a tiny relief when you wake up though, and it's like, oh, I haven't been in a car accident.
Such relief.
It's the silver lining of bad dreams. Oh no!
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh God. Oh, fuck.
That's cool. I like that.
What is he like? Is he seeing himself? Just kind of strangely groping the wall.
I guess so. Oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Like that shot. Just look at that house, man. So much character.
The well-seasoned house. That nice lived-in feel. Hello? How does this guy have writer's block? He should just write what's
I
his
know.
dreams.
These dreams are perfect.
He wakes up and immediately forgets everything that happened. That's crazy, Fresh. I hadn't heard about that.
No, I had not heard about that. 12 years.
That's so insane, man. Live another life for 12 years. Just wake up, like out of the Matrix. I guess there was an episode of Star Trek about that, wasn't there? It was this flute. Picard's flute.
Oh, Picard's flute. Show me Picard's flute. What is that, a well?
Well, well, well.
Oh, shit.
Dead body.
Ted.
Lee. Lee, wake up. Bad dream?
Yeah. I guess so.
You better get up. Breakfast's almost ready.
I just woke up, but you're going to need to give me at least 20 minutes.
I'm going back in.
Hello? Who? Oh, hi, Johnny. Yes, he's here. Just a moment. I'll call him. Lee,
Yeah?
Johnny's on the phone.
Oh, I'll be right there.
He's coming, Johnny. Everything
I mean,
all right?
it is a
You're so
horror
funny.
writer.
Let me talk to that guy.
fresh. So
Hey, Johnny boy. Ah, so you're finally ready for that game of golf. I knew you'd call sooner or later. What? He what?
It happened about 30 minutes ago, Lee. Apparently he went to sleep at the wheel and lost control. There was nothing anyone could do.
Ted? Was he alone?
Ted is dead.
He was.
Dead Ted.
Did he hit another car or tree or what?
Well, apparently he had fallen asleep or had an attack and swerved off the highway. The car rolled down the embankment and landed upside down in a stream. They couldn't get him out in time, Lee. I'm sorry.
The crazy thing was he had a dream about
You
the
mean he-
haunted house right before he died.
I see. It was Ted. Car overturned in a ditch filled with water. And he drowned.
Yikes.
Wild. Deja vu. You ever get deja vu from your dreams?
I think so.
I just had that
yeah.
happen the other day, and it's always such a strange feeling.
Eerie. Much like this film so far,
Yeah.
that's the first third of House of Dreams. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
So it's definitely, it's got like a student film kind of
Right.
feel to it. I am getting almost a Manos kind of vibe,
Right.
but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm liking the, I mean, I like the subject matter. I like dreams. I could talk about dreams all night.
I mean, it's such a fascinating kind of layered thing that, you know, what's behind them, what's beneath them, what's the, you know, I mean, dreams they are fascinating. And so, yeah, he's having these dreams about the creepy old house and now he, you know, had basically a premonition of his friend's death. So I mean, it's very understated. It's very like you said, like there's a staginess to it.
Yeah.
And that's because pretty much all the actors, people involved are like drama students.
That's okay.
Yeah, so
Reason.
that's right. I mean, it was bound to happen. But no, I mean, I think again, it's just not lacking in atmosphere because of the house and
Just some pretty good stuff with the lighting so far.
Right.
Making good use of the black and white.
yeah, 100%. And I mean that they had enough technical skill between all the few people on the production to pull this off. And like to basically give you some context, so our main guy here, Robert Barry, was basically...
The dialogue isn't good.
It's not. No, the dialogue is not.
Neither is the acting.
No.
It's pretty wooden.
Right. No, 100%. Acting, dialogue, not great. But, like you said, the shots, what they're doing with there's a, like you said, you could say Manos, you could also say just in the exaggerated qualities, a little kind of like Caligari. There's, again, that's kind of the art
Yeah.
of it. And that was the thing. I mean, Bob Barry was coming from a place of, I mean, he was going into his senior year at University of Indiana. And apparently he was hanging out with the other producer on the film, Ed Stewart, who was also like kind of the main DP. And they were watching a late horror movie, kind of like our show. And Bob Barry basically said, okay, well, we can do this way better. We could do a movie like that. We could do it way better. And he said he started writing the script the next day.
Oh.
Just, inspired by seeing kind of a, I don't know. They didn't say what movie he was inspired by. I would have loved to have found that out. But he was only 22 years old at the time. And so he and Ed Stewart was 2 years older and was somehow involved in film distribution, and then also like an ex-cameraman. And I think he was from like Terre Haute, so bigger than Decker, Indiana. Apparently had like a population of 300 people.
Oh,
So
wow.
right. So that's the thing. Like,
Gosh.
so that's it was a very small little community, and all the houses and stuff that we're seeing, these are all properties that were owned by Bob Barry's family. Like the haunted house is
Okay.
Bob Barry's family's home.
That's our family haunted
It's our
house.
family haunted. Right, exactly.
This haunted house has been in our family for generations.
These ghosts, they're in the family. We couldn't let go of them. No, but I mean, they did. I mean, it was just these two guys, and they got the help of this other guy named Lance Bird, who was like assistant cameraman and script supervisor, and he acted in a small role, and was also loaned him the Jaguar that we see our main character driving around in. So it was kind of this like small group of people, and then the actresses and a few of the other actors, again, were just students from nearby schools. And so, yeah, where's the student filmness of it on its sleeve? But Barry, and he's playing the lead, but apparently he said that they had hired or like thought that they had locked in an actor out of California, and then something happened and it fell through. And so then Barry had to step in. And thank you, Fresh. Much appreciated.
Fresh.
You can see that. Oh no, Fresh. I don't know if I don't know if there's a dream remedy. There's got to be some kind of remedy for when you see the Hat Man in your dreams, because that's a common. Again, you want to talk about dreams? That's a kind of a common theme.
Have you ever had the Have you ever seen the shadow people? Like have you ever gotten sleep paralysis?
I don't think so.
It's been a long time. It happened to me one time. When I was in my like early 20s. I like woke up. So I used to be like really into just like dreaming. Like I kind of went through like a lucid dreaming. Like it was kind of like a hobby, like a phase.
Right.
And one time I kind of fell into that half, like where you're like half asleep. I got sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And I saw this like weird, like this shadow thing, like just sitting in the corner.
Really?
It was wild.
That is weird.
It was a weird experience.
Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me. I mean, I've never had. I don't know about shadow people. I'm trying to think of like, I don't know how many like, you'd think as much horror as I watch that I'd see more monsters and things in my dream, but I think anything that's been really scary in my dreams has always been incredibly human. And it's like, even if it's like doing like weird, unhuman like shit, it's still like a person usually. And it's just like that. Yeah, that shit is terrifying. Maybe I've had a werewolf. I don't know if I've actually had a werewolf dream, but I've had kind of almost like daydream. When I was younger, I would have daydreams about it, to the point where this image has worked itself in my brain like it was a dream, I think. Maybe it was, or it was just me in my childish imagination. Again, dreams, you could talk about them forever. Your nightmare. I was telling Evan last night, I have this recurring dream about being at swim meets and being at pools. Like, pretty much like once a week, I'll dream I'm like at a pool or at a swim meet.
Yeah.
And it's just, I can't.
Recurring dream.
That's my recurring dream.
I guess it's kind of it's like dreaming like you're back in school.
It's exactly
I have that
like
one
that.
fairly frequently, where like there's the test that you haven't studied for, or my favorite is I'm back in college and somehow I have like a final exam coming up. I wasn't even aware I was taking. Like somehow I've gone the entire single class. And now I have to do the final.
Yeah, it's always like that where something's about to happen like in the next little bit and you're not ready. And those are the dreams. That's how my swim meet. The meet is in an hour. Like we don't have anything ready. Like it's that kind of stuff. Or you've got to do this big event in like 30 minutes. You've got to go warm up right now. Like, oh God. And then I'm like, I know this isn't real. I know this is a dream. This isn't really happening. And I just have to like get through it until I'm on to the, eventually I'm out of the pool and then I'm somewhere else. But for the time that I'm in the pool, it's really high stress, really high pressure. So weird. But then those times where I've had the dreams where I've flown out of the pool and then flown around and then flown back down into the pool, those are fun. Outdoor pools, that's a lot of fun.
That's always the best.
Yeah.
When you just decide you want to turn off gravity.
Yeah, like where does that even come from, right? It's like, I mean, you had
that was kind of the reason I got into that like lucid dreaming phase. Was just to try to have more dreams like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's that kind of like stuff that you could never experience in real life,
right?
And it's
you can only do it,
and it feels real. Like there's a feel like.
Yeah, because it feels like such a no-brainer when I'm dreaming. Like I'm sitting here and it's like, oh, of course, like I'll just start floating because of course I can just do that. Like you can just kick off and then it's so easy.
But I think that there's something to be said for movies that either do or at least try to capture that. Like dreams and what dreams are. It's so nebulous and so hard because it's all this stuff on a subconscious level. And like, how do you do justice to that? It's such like such a kind of nebulous thing, and it's been done well and it's been done terribly, but even the terrible times, there's still something there's just a vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's like art house horror in general. If you want to say there's this kind of loose subgenre of films that could be classified as art house horror, a lot of them are trying to capture that dreamlike feeling of just going from vignette to vignette in these strange kind of stilted, weird, like visions of reality. I don't know. It's just it's kind of weird, but I mean, I know we talked about it and other people in the chat have like brought up Carnival of Souls.
Mhm.
That's a movie that came out I think shortly before they started working on tonight's film. And I don't know if it was a strict influence, but I think it was certainly possible that it was on their radar when they were making this. But I mean, Carnival of Souls is kind of like the peak public domain horror movie that does that. That people laud, and it's one I've been saving in my back pocket. I actually thought about replacing tonight's film with Carnival of Souls at one point. I was like, no. Like, well, I'm gonna save Carnival of Souls. Like, people love it. I'm not like a huge fan. I don't dislike it, but it's not like my favorite public domain. But it is one that people rave about. They love it, and it is very artistic. So that's one of the trailers we're about to see in the break. And that's,
Okay, great.
Yeah, I know. All right, so are you going somewhere with this? Yes, that's one of the. So we're gonna see trailers for some art house horror.
Yeah,
to
you guys were spot on.
give you the, depressing and sad. Yes, it is. But before that, we're gonna see the trailer for a 1955 film entitled. We're gonna see the trailer under the title "Daughter of Horror." It was filmed under the title "Dementia," and it is a wordless, very dreamy, surrealist horror film that is it's public domain. Trying to decide if I want to. I guess I'm not fully spoiling the surprise for next week, but I'll just go ahead and tell you, Daughter of Horror is one of the movies that we're going to watch next week. And so we're bridging the gap with the DNA because apparently, it's got a similar feel to tonight's film. So Daughter of Horror, that's the first trailer we'll see. Then we'll see the trailer for Carnival of Souls. And then the non-public domain, probably peak of art house horror, we're going to see the trailer for a film that Evan actually just rewatched recently, Eraserhead.
Oh, awesome!
So-
Yeah, I was just gonna say
that's art.
that's
Definitely art house horror.
What's really dreamlike?
Eraserhead. That's the thing. It's interesting lining these three trailers up. I want to know from you guys in the chat. Watch them and let us know if you kind of can feel like the DNA kind of just between the movies. I think it's there, and I think that we'll talk about more after the break. But again, there's some with some of these movies. Some of them do it really well. Obviously, Eraserhead knocks it out of the park. Carnival of Souls does a great job. Daughter of Horror, not so much. Tonight's film's probably low. So, there's varying degrees of success, but the beauty of art house horror is people just taking big swings with very little money and very little resources. So we're going to get these three trailers for some art house horror films, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of House of Dreams. So stick around. We will be right back.
Here is tense, taut, chill-filled drama that shocks you with hair-raising horror. Not one word is spoken on the screen. The strangest motion picture you have ever seen. Daughter of Horror.
Hey, you want to drag, huh? Rev it up.
Action you've never seen races across your screen as you thrill to a new dimension in picture making. Carnival of Souls. This is the shocking story of a who crawled from the river to race through a nightmare, walking a tightrope between heaven and hell. From the unreal, she crashes through to reality. But try as she will to lead a normal life, she is torn from her goal. There's no privacy in a life she's ever watched, tormented. Either it's her neighbor, desirous of her physically, watching her with his leering eye, or it's the evil eye of the man who taunts her, the man who wants her. From the bottom of the river they come. They reach for her. They demand that she dance with them at the Carnival of Souls. She is a girl driven mad by the relentless forces of the beyond. He will not relent as he comes for her again and again. She whirls between the real and the unreal, trying to cling to life.
I like being with you, really I do. I don't want to be alone tonight. I want to be near you.
Honey, you don't want to go in there all by yourself, do you?
But she must watch herself in death. She must dance at the Carnival of Souls held just for her. For they have come for her for the last time, claiming her as one of their own. Carnival of Souls arouses such emotion that the management has been forced to state positively no refunds. Carnival of Souls is the shocker of all time, guaranteed to sweep you into a new dimension of picture making. You can't afford to miss Carnival of Souls.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Daughter of Horror, the Carnival of Souls, and Eraserhead. And yeah, Evan was just remarking on how Eraserhead hits different as a parent.
Definitely does. Definitely does. Do you know if David Lynch had... Does he have one kid or
he has a few.
He has a few kids?
He has at least two, if not more.
Do you know if he made Eraserhead after he became a parent?
I believe so.
Okay, that would make sense.
I believe it was after.
It like there's just it's such a weird movie, but it taps into just very like specific kind of raw emotion that comes around just how freaking stressful it is having a baby.
Gosh. I cannot imagine. And good night, Fresh. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and thank you for the 10. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're the best. We appreciate your support. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for tuning in.
See you, Fresh.
Eraserhead. Yeah, I mean, I just need to rewatch that. It's been a long time. But again, I think between all three of those trailers, you see that there's just something in the vibe, and I think that, I mean, even like Ed Wood, you know, it sounds crazy to say, but like you look at some of the kind of crazier like scenes in something like Glenn or Glinda, and it's got this very.
I haven't seen that.
Now it's public domain as far as I can tell, so we will watch it.
It's on our schedule eventually. Right?
We will eventually watch it. Yeah. Because I mean, it's got Lugosi. I mean, it's very much like. Is it like horror? Not necessarily, but there's a surrealist sequence that goes on for a while that it's very much like, you know, it's not Lynch quality, but it's Lynchian, right? If you want to put that kind of term on a certain kind of surrealism and just a kind of weird atmosphere and vibe, I think that you know, he delivers that. And again, just tonight's film, I mean, you know, you think about all the regional horror movies that we've seen, and you know, specifically, I mean, there were other Kevin, those are you know, both great examples of very kind of regional offbeat films, and I think this probably fits in. Then Ghost of Hanley House, which wasn't necessarily like fully regional, but you know, another California movie that I think it's in some ways similar, not plot wise, subject matter wise, but just in the making of it, would be Teenagers from Outer Space. So you know, there's just a lot of common threads and things we've seen before. So I don't know, we've still got plenty to see.
Plenty more to dream.
Plenty, exactly. Any more before we dream on, Evan?
So last thing about Eraserhead, I do think it's really, really funny that he gave what's the guy's name? Henry.
Yeah.
He gave Henry. David Lynch gave Henry his.
Yeah, it's when you look at pictures of both of them at the same time, and David Lynch has that haircut. You're like, oh, okay. But I mean, you know, Lynch, I mean, you'd be surprised when you realize that at least certain characters are just kind of like stand-ins for himself. And then, of course, in Twin Peaks, when he uses himself.
Gordon Cole is
Cole's amazing. And Evan hasn't seen The Return yet, but he's about to start watching it soon. Yes. And it is... Gordon Cole's great, and it's just great. It's great. Again, you know, we're talking about art house horror. You can't really talk about that without talking about David Lynch, because he did kind of, you know, take it to new heights. And I mean, again, he wasn't like a regional. I mean, he was from the Midwest, but I mean, he had gone to the American Film Institute directing. You know, he had support, you know, kind of within the system. He wasn't like some of these he wasn't a George Romero or a Herc Harvey who did Carnival of Souls, or Robert Barry, who they made this film for like $10,000. Like they said, it couldn't have been any more than $10,000. So obviously micro budget, even at that time. I guess it was $10,000 in that 1963 money.
Well, a haunted house is free.
That's true. They didn't have to spend
Who are you gonna pay, the ghosts?
That's right. Well, apparently they had to deal with neighbors. Okay,
I thought you were gonna say ghosts.
No, well, so the house was actually set to be demolished, and that's why they decided to film here. And but you know, because it was set to be demolished, and Barry decided he was going to shoot a movie there, he and Ed Stewart decided that, like, in order to get like certain camera angles and certain like things, they just would tear out walls and tear out fixtures and like ceilings and stairways to get like the atmospheric shots that we'll like see, like some of the weird camera angles that they get that we'll see later on in the movie.
Well, that's awesome.
So the way they modified the house to kind of fit there.
Perfect timing.
Right? It's like, we're going to tear it down anyway. We might as well
Let's do something artsy with it.
Oh, sorry, fat fingers. Yeah. Do some arts with it. And and you know, with the lighting and everything else, you know, they had fun with it. But apparently also you know, I don't know if this is newspaper ballyhoo, but while they were making the film, a newspaper article said, since much of the filming has been done at night in the old house, a few rumors have sprung up about strange carryings on. 2 older men are convinced that Barry and his associates have established a religious cult. They told a neighbor that we lie on the floor with our arms outstretched and vanish, Barry said.
Oh my
It
God.
sounds like the bit from the Blair Thumb where the 2 old people are just
Then
she was
started
floating. Yeah, she was up in the air floating. Yeah, it's
some lagging issues.
Are we? We're good on our end. Yeah, it's laggy. I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I'm not getting any notifications. Again, Streamlabs will usually tell me if we're dropping frames. So I'll look into it, see if there's something going on with my intranets. But again, I would be getting a notification. So I don't know. I'll look into it. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah. So this is just internet looks good. This is just getting interesting. So we've had 1 death and a premonition of death. So we'll see what happens next. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting middle of House of Dreams right now. It's working fine now. Okay, good. Sure. Still have a little left in here. Yeah, it's fine. Just add to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, Alana. I know it was filmed on 16 millimeter and then blown up to 35, but wouldn't shock me if they had to mix up their format a time or two. Night Tide, yeah, Thomas. That's another public domain horror movie that we will
Coffee, Lee.
eventually watch, but I've been saving
Huh?
that one too. Don't know if it's I don't think it's a Summer of Schlock movie.
No, this
but
is fine.
It's got a oceany theme, so
Nancy.
I debated.
Elaine and I
Let's
want
do
you to
it.
stay with us for a while. We have lots of room.
Thanks, Lee. But Mother wants me home. And besides, she's alone, too. So it'd be better for the both of us if I went back.
Oh,
you have any
us.
plans?
We're on 8 millimeter.
Nothing definite. Mr. Harrison wants me to come back as a secretary, and I liked it there, so I'll probably go back.
We're so close.
That's where I met Ted. He used to come in on business. Always bring me something. Always something silly. Something I couldn't even use.
She wearing a bumpet?
Why?
Bump it again.
Yep.
Why did it have to happen?
Never forget.
I don't know. He was always the careful one.
Speaking of never forget,
He
this
was always
movie
so
was
proud that
released
he never had
on
an accident of any kind.
9/11.
It just doesn't figure.
It's true. That is a fact.
Johnny Garner said he apparently went to sleep at the wheel.
Won't you try to eat something?
Not just yet. I imagine Lee's hungry, though. You should try to eat something, Lee. You're looking thin. I remember I had a hard time getting Ted to eat when we were first married.
Cantaloupe.
I hope you're not as stubborn as he was.
I might be.
Do you think he's stubborn, Elaine?
Not about eating. Excuse me, I'll check the oven.
Can you sleep on here like that, or do you just
They're
have to
all
like,
so
sleep
kind.
standing up?
Oh,
That's
God.
a great question.
Why is life such a mess?
Sleep on it.
I guess something like this is meant to go unexplained.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Why, I don't know. It just happens for no reason. For no reason at all.
No reason at all. All right, this is a cool shot. Through the kitchen window. That's like one of my scariest dreams, nightmares I've ever had.
I want
Was
to. I don't mind
somebody
really.
ended up throwing a knife
I like to
through
watch.
the kitchen window in our farmhouse, like, which was in front of the sink. And my mom was standing there doing dishes, and then
They just divide the dishes
somebody
after
threw a
every
knife
meal.
through the window. It's
That's when
terrifying.
we talk out the day's
I like saw the
problems.
person coming through like from the back door, and they
You know,
ran around to the
I
other
don't
side of
think
the
you've ever
house
broke a
and then
dish.
threw a knife through the window.
Lee never helps with the dishes anymore.
Dude, I was like 8 or
to,
9,
but
and
now
I
he's
was
too busy.
in my parent's bed when I had the dream because
I
I had
hope
been a little
the book
sick
he's
that day
working
or
on is a
something,
great
and it was
success.
just the worst dream
I
of my
just need to
life
get
at that
through
point.
it.
I was already in my parents'
He
bed. I
thinks
was just
about
like,
it
ugh.
anymore.
I mean, sick dreams are just.
He's getting to
something
the
else.
place where he's having headaches every
It's true.
night. They got so bad some nights he couldn't even work.
That was incidentally
night
the
he
same
hasn't
dream
been
where I
worried
remember
about them.
riding in a car.
Of course, he hasn't been near the typewriter.
It was
Probably makes
that
a
long of a
difference.
dream. It started in the car driving home from swim practice. Where else?
Everything's
then
all right,
at
isn't it,
home,
Elaine?
and a crazy person just followed us home.
What do you
And-
mean?
Oh, I don't know. I just remember that Ted, the last time he came home from being down here, seemed worried about you two. He didn't say much, just mentioned that something was wrong. There is something wrong, isn't there?
It's nothing, really. I've grown a little jealous of my husband's career. Here I am telling you all my sad
Jealous
stories.
of my husband's career.
I'm sorry, Nancy. You deserve all the sympathy, not me.
I finally got the bus station. Leaving at 9:15 in the morning. I think you're foolish not to spend a few more days, though.
Mother would be expecting me. I'd better go.
Is she any better?
It's improved some over the last few weeks. I don't think she'll ever get out of bed again, though.
Damn.
It's terrible to say, but perhaps Ted's lucky.
What? Ted's lucky? Oh, shit. So apparently, this shot of the bus depot was like the most well-received moment at the premiere of the film.
this like
So there was a review, which we'll get into later, that was very kind of so-so on the movie. But it said, the out-of-town scenes included a quickie at the Vincent
mother I
Bus
said hello
Depot,
and get
which
well
drew a
quick.
chorus of ahs from the local crowd.
I will. And you take care of yourself, Lee.
Sure.
Lee, Elaine's a fine girl. She loves you very much.
Yeah, y'all have got some interesting theories in the chat. I think y'all are onto something. Thank you, sir. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Full wide shot.
I missed a lot of the dialogue. Did anything happen?
I mean, just her trying to say, hey, your wife is like good, you should like get your shit together. And he's obviously not having another dream, so he does not have his shit together. But like this kind of stuff and like this house, like I guess every once in a while I'll have dreams about my great grandparents' old house, which was like very much kind of
You've
like
been at it all day.
this,
Why don't you take a
looking on the
break?
inside.
We could go for a drive or something.
The cat woke up on the keyboard after his coma. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. That's what it's going to say, right? Oh, I thought she was at the typewriter. What? It's like eerily quiet.
Is there any sound? A little bit of sound.
Just like the film feedback. Oh shit. Oh no, don't do it. After all your hard work at the sanitarium.
How do you feel about typewriters?
They're cool. I kind of wish I've seen like little devices that are like more modern, kind of lighter weight type,
Come to bed.
basically typewriters.
I need you to pick up
I'm
more
like,
aspirin.
ooh, I kind of want that.
I'll get you some.
So, I don't know. But the old school, you
When
know,
we were growing up, staying at the grandparents, that was something like definitely played with the old typewriters a lot.
grandparents they had old typewriter, old rotary phone.
Anything like anything you just give a kid to kind of
Quick
like.
tonight, Lee. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Honey, I want to finish up this chapter tonight, please.
It's like, ooh, this looks so old. It's so cool.
You remember when we were first going together? I had a hard time getting Mother into the notion of liking you. She warned me about the strange life writers lead, all locked up in their own little world. Stay away, she'd say. Stay away from those eccentric people. Are you eccentric, darling?
Well.
I might as well be talking to the wall.
What, honey?
I said I might as well be talking to the wall. Oh,
You're
Lee,
blowing it, dude.
let's go out for a
I'm
drive or
writing.
something. Or at least just talk.
This is more
I'm
important
sick
than
of
my
talking to
marriage.
myself.
Honey, you know I'm busy.
Honey, honey, honey. Can't you ever say anything else? Oh, Lee, I just want to go outside and breathe again. I want to see people again.
You don't need me for that.
And I want to be with a man I married. Is that asking too much? And I'm sick of seeing nothing but these four walls and you slumped over that damn typewriter.
Look, I've got to make a living, and it's the only life I know. Can't you understand that?
Well, it isn't good enough. Just isn't good enough, and I'm sick of it. You hear me? Sick of it.
You think so, Sally? I was
I'm
trying to
interested.
decide
This
if
bottle.
Try and be a
she's
little
hit the
patient with me,
bottle or
okay?
not. I don't think so. I think she's trying to resist it.
A while ago, I
She's
I
either
took the
in her
bottle out of the
cups
drawer and
or she's...
I just
In her
looked at it.
cups.
I love
But
it.
I
do, yeah, that's great.
Now, that's all in the past. You're all right now. If you weren't, you would have opened it, right?
But I wanted to, Lee. I wanted to so badly. Oh, Lee, I need you with me all the time. And I promise I'll never touch it again.
Honey, we shouldn't keep it around. I've told you that before.
Don't you see? I've got to keep it. I've got to prove to myself that I can leave it alone once and for all.
I don't know if that's
It's not, but
that's not a good idea.
And don't want you to see me as I was before. I'd kill myself before I'd let that happen.
I have to keep my temptation in the house just in case I wanted to have some.
Yeah, I mean, it is funny how there's like no sound effects. It's just somebody plugging away at the organ.
Is this good organ playing? I don't know much about it.
I don't think so. It's very roundly criticized in most of the reviews that I read, so I don't think it's good organ playing. I don't mind it, but some people absolutely hated it.
I just heard did Oscar Wilde posthumously get his library card back?
What? Why?
That was I feel like I heard that on the radio this morning.
That's insane. How did he? What did they go drop it on his grave or something? What do you mean he got it back? How does that make sense?
Reinstated. They took it away when he was charged with gross indecency, whatever the charge for being gay was. They took away his library card.
I love how there's immediate consensus in the chat. Yeah, this is bad organ music. Yeah, I didn't have the time to rescore this one. Put some bombastic classical music underneath this.
Yeah, maybe fact check me, Sears. I know they took it away. I don't know if they reinstated that. Might be reinstating that. But I did hear about it on the radio.
Pretty wild.
It is wild. Crazy, interesting.
Like a good shadow shot. That's cool. Just like shots like that, when he like handheld shot here with the graininess and there's just like, if you just piece all those shots together, it's like you got some like early 60s found footage movie, you know? It's just creepy. Oh shit.
Okay, shit.
I didn't know she was strung up.
That's
Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, the starkness of the black and white is just pretty well done.
Yeah. What year is this again?
62, 63. I think mostly shot in 62. I'm sure we will, Sears. I'm sure we will. Holy shit.
Oh, jeez.
That's fun.
Okay. Doing stunts now.
And then I woke up.
Yeah, that's about the moment when you would wake up. When something is bad.
Yeah,
is about
that
to
is,
happen.
yeah, 100%.
Are you all right? I thought I heard you call.
No. No, it was just a dream.
Breakfast's almost ready.
Here we go again.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this same scene 4 other times.
You're not eating.
Not very
Eating,
hungry.
but not really
Anything
eating.
again?
No, just thinking.
About what?
Nothing important.
This movie makes me like a little
Come on now, what is
depressed.
it?
Because it's just so like
Well,
as
you have
mundane
nothing
as real
important on
life.
your mind. I have.
Like, I just feel bad for these people. They're just
We
not
are
having a
going
good
on a
marriage, it
vacation.
seems.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
darling,
just
let's be
not
sensible.
good. It's just a
It's
not
all
good
set.
situation.
I told Mr. Charles about renting his cabin, and we can have it for 2 weeks starting next weekend. We'll do nothing but fish and swim. No typewriter, no worries, no nothing.
Sounds like a good plan.
Honey, it's impossible. I'd like to go as much as you, but
Would you?
let's just wait until after the story finished, all right? After that, we'll be as free as the breeze.
No, we won't. After this, there'll be another idea, another story. You care about us at all, Lee?
Lane, I'm sick and tired of your acting like a child. Now, I have my work to do, lots of it. And it's all locked up here. And until I can set it down on paper, it's not worth a dime to
Camera a
anyone.
little high.
I've told you before.
I know, I don't know why they're doing the
Anytime you wanna
close-ups
go
on him like
somewhere,
that.
then you just go. And until my work is finished, I stay here.
I stay here. Oh. And that is going to take us to our second break. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through House of Dreams. What are we thinking, Evan?
Maybe this guy should just get a real job.
Yeah, writing is kind of like taking a lot, like, at it. Like, it's like they say, you know, I mean, again, what his wife has experienced with the whole alcoholism thing. If it's hurting your personal life, maybe you shouldn't, like, indulge in that particular activity anymore. So,
this typewriter is tearing this family apart.
Again, much like The Shining. You
It is
know,
like The Shining.
yeah. I mean, again, there's something.
Shining's pretty dreamlike.
He's a horror writer? Is he just a writer in The Shining? Like, I thought he was a horror writer specifically, but he's definitely just a writer, right?
I don't know.
Well, that's why he has the typewriter. That's why he's typing. He's like supposed to be writing a book. He's supposed to be writing his next book. And again, Stephen King, kind of that was. You know, he would have characters that were writers.
Right.
You know, that was a thing.
Write what you know.
Seriously. And that's what they did here. Although, I mean, again, Robert Barry was 22 years old, so...
Not to give away free advertising, but speaking of writing what you know, my dentist who moonlights as a novelist just put out a book about it's a horror book about a dental hygienist.
An evil dental hygienist. I mean, I guess, what is it? There's only one evil dentist movie I know of for sure, and that's The Dentist. And then, I mean, you know, Little Shop of Horrors obviously has that dentist, but that's not a whole movie about a dentist. So dental hygienist that's very specific. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, write what you know. It makes sense. But you know, I mean, again, obviously the kind of the amateur quality wears itself on its sleeve, but just anytime we're in that house, man, I don't know what it is, but I just dig it. I could spend. I wish we spent the whole movie in the house, just walking
Kinda
around.
same,
I'd watch that
right?
movie.
Yeah.
I
mean, you know, set just contributes so much to any film, and when you have a haunted house that you can just walk around in,
yeah,
I feel like the house is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I want to see more of the house.
Man, let's get more house. Come on,
More house.
Some more house. That's what if Fresh was still here, he would say more house, and that's just because he's actually doing a rewatch of the show House. But yes, but again, no, that's the thing, and that's why I've maybe it's reaching for me to call this a haunted house movie, but you know, you can call it a creepy house movie. But the idea in what you're pointing out here is that just a movie about a creepy or a haunted house, it grabs you because the house is the selling point. The house is what you want to see, and there's just something in the human DNA about that creepy property down the road that you're scared of, but you also want to know more about. And it's, again, haunted house movies were not, rare at this time. And during our pre-roll, we saw 2 trailers for haunted house movies. One of them definitely is. The other one not so much, that we've seen on the show. The first trailer was The Screaming Skull, which is a haunted house movie because there's a real ghost. Which is always kind of crazy to me about that movie, that I have to remind myself, yeah, the ghost is real. They don't cop out. It's like,
I'm gonna rewatch that one.
It's
I remember that. I remember enjoying that one.
it's one that as a kid I didn't really like it, but watching it now like it so much more, especially because they don't cop out on the ghost stuff. House on Haunted Hill is a movie I've loved forever and will continue to love.
The classic.
But they cop out on the ghost stuff. And so, but that was the other trailer we saw, and we've seen both of those films. And so, before both of those films came in the late 50s, and, about 5 or more years before tonight's film. So, like, obviously the low budget end, but, Screaming Skull is a little reminiscent of this, just in the sense of, like, the way they just have this big kind of mansion type house. It's not,
that exactly. Yep.
And remember, that was like a very
have
ambient horror movie. There was like a lot of shots of doorways and going around the house and quietness.
creating atmosphere.
That's it.
And that's, this house in particular, what I've really liked about it is just how you can you can tell it's a really old house. It's I don't want to say it's got that lived-in feel, but it definitely does.
It does.
It's got that past lived-in feel. It's
big time.
You would have a really hard time getting that if you were just making a set,
Yeah, you don't get that.
Getting all the little minutia, the ravages of time on this house.
Well, that's the great thing about this house, especially with the wallpaper, with the plastering on the wall, or with the stairs. Yeah, you see so much detail that you're not going to get on a set. But that's what even a movie like Night of the Living Dead, why that movie kind of goes above and beyond, because that farmhouse is not a set. It's a real farmhouse. It sells it. Again, another structure that was set for demolition, and they said, hey, can we film here? So
I love filming on set. Anytime you get a good film on set.
Yeah, I mean, on location.
On location.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
on location.
Yeah, especially when you don't have to do anything and it just looks perfect. Those are the best shoots. So, yeah, I mean, we've seen different spectrums of haunted house movies, where it's real, where it's not real. But obviously on our show we see a lot of low budget examples of it. So for the break, we're gonna, again, just see more haunted house movie trailers for movies that came before this. And the first is for another low budget movie. I don't think it's public domain, but it might have at certain times maybe been considered public domain. I really wish we could watch it because it looks silly, but it's entitled Terror in the Haunted House. I believe it's also been called My World Dies Screaming. I don't know why the two titles. But it's apparently it's filmed in 4D subliminal messaging, and I know you'd love that. So it's a late 50s movie, so they put this gimmick on it, like William Castle style, but it's the movie that popularized the whole idea of subliminal messaging in movies. And they have and it's just dumb shots of a goofy looking skeleton going it's awful shit like that.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, but they have a real house that it looks nice on the inside, but the outside looks creepy, and it has kind of similar shots to tonight's film that look they're a POV shot moving through the house. And just that, there's just something to that kind of stuff. Just giving us that view of an old house, and just we're being able to walk through it. There's a dreaminess to that. There's something palpable on a high budget scale. And before tonight's movie, prime example would be The Haunting from 1963, I believe. And it was remade with Liam Neeson, but this is the original version. And it plays, kind of with the psychological angle, but also I mean, the supernatural stuff is definitely happening in that film. And so it's just interesting to see kind of between low budget and high budget what haunted house films were doing, like before and up to the time that they did tonight's movie. So
Can we go to a haunted house? I really just want to like just go take like an open house tour of just a dilapidated building.
we need to. We have to do it for the stream. We've got to at some point. I know maybe for the Bonanza, we might take one of our characters might take us into a haunted house for a little bit, but we need to definitely at some point devote a whole episode to an excursion.
We could do a field trip. We could do a virtual field trip. We could bring everybody with us.
We have to. We absolutely have to. We would not be doing our due diligence if we didn't. So, haunted houses, dude. They're just, again, there's something in the blood about haunted houses that just gets you kind of all excited.
You know, not to like overpromise, but we could actually do something like that.
Yeah, no, I know.
Have you ever heard of Kerner's Folly?
No.
Kerner's Folly is Kernersville is just north of here, and it's a how to describe it? It's you know that like that what it is? It's like I want to say it's the Winchester Mansion where everything's all like wacky.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's one of those, but like 30 minutes north of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That sounds cool.
We could.
We should.
Live stream. Do you guys put it out to the chat? Do you guys want to check out Kerner's Folly?
I'm sure they do. They wouldn't pass that opportunity up. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I would. We absolutely are going to bring you something like that. You know, most of the time we keep things confined to the chamber and wherever our attractions are at. But at some point, we're gonna move into the real world and see what shenanigans we can get into. So, but stay tuned for that. But we're gonna get these 2 haunted house movie trailers, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into the exciting conclusion of House of Dreams. So stick around. We will be right back.
Subliminal perception. Psychologists have proved it works. People can be influenced by messages, words, symbols below the level of consciousness. Now an extraordinary motion picture uses subliminal chills and thrills for the first time for your greater enjoyment.
Take me away, take me away.
Sheila, what is it? What's wrong?
It's the house. Whatever's inside, it's horrible.
Subliminal perception. How does it work? Here is a scene as audiences will see it. And here is the same scene as your brain will see it and feel it. Only 2% can detect subliminal images. Can you?
Take her away from here at once if you've got any sense left.
Why are you so concerned about Sheila?
Because if she stays in this house another night, she'll be a raving maniac.
If I climb those stairs, I'll die. I know that.
Darling, it's all in your imagination.
Suspenseful and exciting as the picture is, now you will feel greater tension, shock, horror than any human being has ever experienced at a movie.
Pull the trigger, Sheila.
I can't.
God, it knows I'm here.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
Now look, Doc, we're buddies, okay? But don't try to convert me.
I'm trying to prepare you.
My name's Marquay, Dr. Marquay, a scientist interested in the supernatural. The unnatural, if you like. I came to Hill House to find the key to another world. Assisting me in this exploration of the unknown was Eleanor, Nell, who could look back into the past, and Theo, something of a witch, who could see into the future. This is Luke, who didn't believe in anything, until evil, patient and waiting, made him change his mind.
Stop it! God. God. Whose hand was I holding?
How many of us take seriously the things we cannot or do not want to understand, simply because we are afraid?
Eleanor, your paw!
Did you hear me calling?
Oh, this house. You have to watch it every minute.
The Haunting was produced and directed by Robert Wise, brilliant producer of West Side Story. The stars consist of a cross-section of top talent in the world of entertainment. Julie Harris, Claire Bloom, Richard Johnson, Russ Tamblyn.
What does it take to convince you that the dead do not always rest in peace? That some houses, like Hill House, are born bad?
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Terror in the Haunted House and The Haunting, which the Haunting, obviously, like, big budget, like, studio haunted house movie. It's a good movie. I can't say it's not a good movie, but it's not like one of my favorites, to be honest with you. And then the remake with Liam Neeson is really pretty much the same movie. It's not really, I mean, it's just got a little CGI. But
And Liam Neeson.
And Owen Wilson.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that was a movie I saw a lot as a kid because it came out in 1999. So, like, it was one of those that, like, oh, it's one of the, but it, I mean, it was, you know, it was just, even as a kid, I was like, okay, this movie's like, okay, not great. Right? Like, it's like a 5 or 6 year old. I'm like, yeah.
I can see what they were going for.
I can see, but it was not really. The original was that. No, I didn't even know there was an original at that time. But found out later. And I mean, and the original's probably.
How old were you when you kind of started to, like, identify as, like, a film guy?
I didn't know enough to know, like, early on. I was a film guy, like, probably by, like, 5.
Okay.
But I didn't know I was a film guy until I was, like, you know, 12, 13. Like, again, I was stoked whenever I found out that there was a movie where Bela Lugosi was a character, i.e. Ed Wood, and I was like 7 or 8, and I was like, oh my God, I have to see this movie. There's a movie with Bela Lugosi as a character. Oh my God, you know? Yeah. So, like, and you know, like, watching the behind the scenes, like, when the Universal movies were released on DVD, they'd have like making of docs and any kind of behind the scenes featurettes or things like that, dude. I mean, Jaws, like we had a double VHS of Jaws that my brother actually got in his stocking because he was a big shark fan. But I watched those movies a billion times, and the making of documentary, especially because it was just so cool to learn about how they did the stuff. And that was like at age 6. I was like, I have to see this documentary about the making of Jaws. I have to know how they did it. So like even like at that age, not knowing that I was a movie guy, but I was a movie guy.
We've got to make it down to Universal. I've got to get on this ride.
And we did when I was like 9 or 10. We finally did, and I loved Universal. I'm glad I got to go on the Jaws ride because I don't think they have them
I've been to
anymore.
Yeah, I've been to Universal.
Yeah,
but when we went to it, I did not go on the Jaws ride.
Well, I think they got rid of.
Oh, is it not a thing anymore?
It's not. I think in like Universal Japan. I think.
Okay. Well, we did not go to Japan.
Yes. No. I it might be a little bit harder to get out there, but yeah, that was apparently the last, or that's the last of the Jaws ride. They don't have it at the main parks in America, so could be wrong about that, but I believe.
R.I.P. Jaws.
R.I.P. Jaws. Seriously.
R.I.P. this guy. What? So see, he's had another dream where he's come across another dead body.
Right.
Has this person died yet? Did they hang themselves?
Well, wasn't it his wife?
Oh, was it his wife?
I thought it was his wife.
Uh-oh,
that
that's
we
not
saw.
good.
Yeah, I thought it was her.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, it's not good.
Sheesh.
She next up on the chart. Is he the killer?
Did he hang his wife?
Did he run his friend off the road into the shallow pond?
It was him the whole time.
Yeah.
Should she have broken into that bottle? Just kidding.
She should break the bottle over his head is what she should do, and she should get out of there. She's tried to get out of there, but unfortunately, she's kind of stuck in this. You know, she's trying to hang on. She wants this to work, but he's obsessed with this mystery house. So, hey. I mean, again, it's been no shortage of atmosphere, so it's been a lot of fun. Anything before we get into the exciting conclusion, Evan?
So, where is this going? Do you think he's gonna find himself in this house? Oh no. Oh no, okay, roll the film. God damn it.
What makes you say that, Evan? I don't know. I mean,
nothing. Forget I said that.
I haven't seen this, okay? I really haven't. Have I skimmed through parts to do things that I have to do for the show?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
Evan's he's a dream master. He just knows how to read dreams. I mean,
I'm so sorry.
He's a great dream reader. Dream reader. That's not the song, but well, on that note, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get to the exciting conclusion of House of Dreams right now.
As he approached the darkened room, blood froze in anticipation. That tapping was now clearly audible and strangely rhythmic. Extending his arm, he carved his way through the darkness, hoping for the touch of a familiar object. The room seemed endless. All disappeared, melting into nothingness. And for the moment, it appeared as having away his only link with reality. He walked farther into space, like a blind man in hell, guided only by the incessant beat of an unknown source. Suddenly, the door appeared.
Gotta get smoke, of course.
Yeah, okay, I wrote 100 words. I'm done.
It's time for a smoke break. Smoke and edit.
Let's say write drunk, edit sober.
Come on. Oh, you're blowing it. Thanks for noticing, Sears. Evan and I were remarking on that before we started the show today.
We work very hard on our lighting situation.
I fucking love this, dude. This is okay, but the shot before was...
This feels kind of Manos. At the beginning.
It's very sandy.
I've said a few times. It's Indiana.
Right. Decker, Indiana.
Decker, Indiana. Never been to Indiana.
No, me neither. I love that.
So the thing about filming in a dilapidated house like that is there's a pretty real danger you might just like fall through the floor.
Big time. But I guess if it's your family's house, you're like, it's no big deal. We're not gonna sue you. We're all cool. Everybody's gonna be cool about this. So overgrown, dude. So many so many weeds and so much grass. See, Scott, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. When you pass by those places on the street,
That's
those shit that you're
the
just
house.
like, I wonder what's up with that place.
Yeah.
Like
when you're a kid, when I was growing up, I lived on a street. There was a house like that on the street.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to find places like that now, and then try to find one not super run down, but
one where you won't fall through the floor.
Won't fall through the floor. It'd be a great location. I'd love to. That's a pretty great shot.
Yeah,
I like
good.
that. I'm getting some good stuff right now, just driving around. But this is his dream car, not his real car. Yeah, dude, it's just somebody like hitting random keys. We know this already. Suboptimal. It certainly would be that, Scott, at the least. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What?
Lee?
Hey,
Is this real? Oh, fuck.
oh,
I'm glad you could
Shit, dude.
I came as soon as I could. Lee, is there anything I can get
This is
you?
like the
Leave me
1960s
alone.
version of Hereditary. It's brutal.
said quite a lot
Absolutely
to me.
brutal.
Lee, don't blame yourself for what's happened.
not blaming myself. Now go away, all of you. Just go away.
Her hair got like
When did it
wider,
happen?
not
Between 4 and 5.
higher.
A little deflated.
He had gone out for a drive. And
Because
the neighbor,
of death.
Mrs. Rowland, apparently a good friend of Elaine's, came into the house, called several times, thought perhaps Elaine was napping,
Because of the
and looked in the bedroom.
It's like mood hair.
Another neighbor heard her screaming and called.
Get out.
Get out. It's less of a melon and now more of like a more of an oval shaped pumpkin.
It was a terrible shock.
Perfect.
It's taken quite some time to get over it.
October.
I understand.
Pumpkin hair.
Do you think he blames himself?
Dudley, he does. But the way he talks sometimes, it seems...
It seems oddly
What do you mean?
stilted, like the way I'm
I'm
speaking
not sure exactly.
right now.
He keeps mentioning his story in connection with her death. But he never calls her by name. It seems that in some way or another, the story he's writing coincides with what's happened.
I don't know if this
Left
is
him a note.
David Goodnow, but
I
there's
suppose
an
you've heard about it.
actor in
No.
here that's supposed to be in a black suit.
Well, it pretty much explains
David
everything.
Goodnow, who went on to become a
It seems that she made a promise
news
to Lee,
anchor for
as well as to
CNN
herself,
headline
never
news in
take a
like the
drink again.
90s, and
But for some reason, she
he's
failed
from
that
this
promise.
area and met these
And
filmmakers
rather
when they
than
were
face
doing
it-
I
it.
remember talking
Hey.
with Elaine after Ted's funeral.
David Goodnow.
She seemed unhappy then.
Goodnow, what a great news name.
Well, I suppose you know how Lee feels about his work.
He
Nothing
used to be
matters but
bad.
the story.
But he's good now.
He's practically shut her out of his life ever since they were married. And he hasn't published anything since they've been married. He seemed in some way to hold it against her, as if she were responsible for his failure.
Perhaps she was.
I don't know. I remember when I first met him, before Ted and I were married. He had just had his second novel accepted and was ready to begin work on the third. And now, nearly 3 years later, he's still on it.
A melon baller. Still on it.
Okay.
Huh, I'm kind of confused about that. That's strange. That car's back. Look at that.
John, thanks again. I'll say goodbye. I know you have to catch that bus.
Lee, now you've promised me you'd come up. I know Mother'd love to see you.
I'll be seeing you in a day or two.
Right.
Yeah, I think they did, Scott. I think they did say he's been working on this for 3 years.
So what is he writing?
Just a story.
A story.
Yeah, it's not a novel. It's just a story.
A short story?
I guess, bro.
He's working on a short story for 3 years.
Again, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It's just that same thing of a writer suffering writer's block and
losing his mind about it.
Yeah, and just dealing with like death and being haunted by apparitions and visions and whatever else.
The house now stood alone, a mere ghost in the midst of the modern, uncaring world. Within her skeletal fibers,
she's hammered.
Secrets remained secluded forever. The only one who might have revealed them was now lying in a world where neither time nor flesh existed. Yet the house seemed to smile to herself as the cool, dark veil of night gently covered the rooftop, and the surrounding weeds bowed solemnly, as if in respect to her stately grace. The end. The end.
It's definitely a script page.
No ribbon.
No ribbon. Oh shit, yeah, no.
It's just that time of night. He's not doing anything productive at this point. He's just not asleep yet.
Smoke break. It's kind of hard to keep track of like what is that?
Flowers?
Oh yeah. Like when is he actually driving out to this house and when is it just a dream?
Right, which is the dream house and which is the real house.
Mm-hmm. Overtired.
Yeah, overtired.
Yeah, man, so much character. Just in one shot like that, just to let it stay on this, linger on this.
Soak in the haunted house.
Yeah, Lana, the soundtrack is... Oh, shit, hell yeah.
They got a... Is that a mouse?
A mouse or a rat?
A rat. They put their hamster on
Could just be somebody's pet, for sure. Let's not rule it out. These are college kids, after all. One of them's bound to have a pet rat. I mean, you have to, like, again, you have to take every movie that we watch on the show in context. Like, in fact, these are college kids. Like,
yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look like a college kid, but he's 22 years old, so he grew a beard just to be able to play this character because the actor that was supposed to play it fell through. So, like, You have to appreciate
He's
what.
got the haunted, weathered look of a man much older than
Much
his
older
age.
man. Exactly. Yeah, I got this on vinyl, dude. Blew out my speakers playing this. Cranked it all the way up. Kids did look older back then, Sears. You're 100% right. Yeah, I think I read that in some reviews series. People were like, you could speed this up. Like, you could speed it up and you'd still be the same. Like, you
It does just kind of sound like haunted carnival music.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a lower speed, that's just
It would be droning. Dude, that would be hell. In a very cool way, actually. It would probably be
yeah.
better.
It might, yeah, honestly, yeah.
Again, we want to linger in this house for longer. Linger for longer. Linger for longer.
And
Ah! It's him. Ah! He's awake. You've interrupted my slumber.
What's up?
Nice. Epilogue.
Oh, that seems to be the trouble. Somebody left their car here. Lights on, doors open.
How long can a car idle before it just runs out of gas?
Back in those days, yeah, I wouldn't think very long. Recently, I know that one time a family member of mine accidentally left their car on when we went to a sporting event, and then when we came back, 5 or 6 hours later, car was still running. So,
wow.
But I don't know about back then. Probably not that long.
Wow. I mean, did they have a full tank of gas at the beginning, or?
Must have
You
been
men own this
pretty
car?
close.
Wow.
We thought maybe whoever owned
I
it
don't
might have
know.
gone
The
up to
car
the
did
old
really
place.
go on gas.
There ain't nobody around. Well, it's got to belong to somebody.
Sure ain't much of a house anymore.
Nope. Sure ain't. It's like someone was paying respects to old man Windsor, though, don't it?
You know, sure is funny, all them flowers scattered all about up there.
Oh no,
Man,
I
this
think
one out by the
one of
well.
these guys is
Pretty thing.
David
Tell old
Goodnow,
lady I bought it just for her.
the guy in the black shirt.
So they're not going to go in.
No, I mean, with the cop there, you can't. How could you? He just said, hey, keep out of there. Get out of there. Go on, get. Just, dude, I mean, look at them.
It's a
That image, dude, it just... You can tell it's real. You can tell it's not like they had to make this house up or anything like that. Like, it just looks like that. And that's like
essential haunted.
Yeah, every town has a house that just looks like this. And this is a kind of shot that I've like Blair Witch, right? Like there's.
Imagine if Blair Witch had this music.
Probably not have been nearly as successful.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
This would have been more successful with just probably silence.
Yeah, or if they
just some simple sound effect. A simple.
If anybody has has an abundance of free time this week, maybe take this movie and just like put the soundtrack on half speed.
See what that looks
what it's
like. So there was somebody had a lot of reviews that had rescored it and got in contact with Robert Barry and he approved the rescore. Oh, but we're not watching that version. The end. There it is. Well, that was House of Dreams. What did we think, Evan?
I liked it. Definitely, it's
not a great movie by any means.
It's kind of artsy fartsy,
right?
But
it's a student film.
It's a student,
but it's endearing, right? It's got its merits. It's not perfect. Sorry, fat fingers. It's not perfect, but it has plenty to keep you entertained and keep you interested. It doesn't lose your focus or attention. It very much, even though, I'll be honest, there's not like a lot happening, but just the sheer weirdness of it keeps you locked in, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I think they were ambitious going out there and trying to do this. And I mean, obviously, when you're in your early 20s trying to make a movie, I mean, you've got gumption, you're going for it. So you have to give them props, but also at the same time, obviously this movie didn't do incredibly.
I mean, yeah.
Otherwise,
you probably wouldn't expect it to.
Right. Just judging off we just saw, do you think it did well? Well, no, it didn't. They had a premiere screening at the New Moon Theater in Vincennes, which was nearby. Probably like, I think Indianapolis was like 14 or 15 miles from Decker. Vincennes was like closer, maybe, but that was where it premiered, and it showed there for like 4 days, and then played at some other nearby theaters, and then at one theater in Illinois, and that was like the extent of its run. But its premiere, it's funny. I had to say this. So its premiere got coverage by a local newspaper that kind of like, just in the headline alone, was a little snarky and like. So the headline.
What'd they say?
The headline from the Indianapolis News. That's the name of the paper, the Indianapolis News. The headline was, Tyro's film gets E with effort. So I'll elaborate on that. So it's that the moviegoers audibly gave the film an E with effort, but that's about where it stopped. So the idea of like, hey, well, you know, at least you tried. You did a good job.
I like tyros. That's not a word you hear very often.
No, it isn't. And so to give you
there's a little vocab
our
word
audience a little context out there, one of our local small little
local village,
rural villages. Yeah. Thank you, Evan. That's the word village. Is called Tyro, and we went to Tyro Middle School. But for us, the word Tyro, like I'd never first associated it with novice. I first associated it with a town that is nearby.
When we were in school, Tyro was actually a vocab word in English class.
We did, yes, we got that.
Which I got kind of a kick out of, being, from Tyro.
From Tyro, and then learning what the word actually. You're like, oh, this is an actual word. It's not just the name of a place.
It's not just sounds you make.
Right. It's got a meaning, and it means beginner, which is kind of not what you would expect it to mean. Tyro's a strong word. Sorry, fat fingers. God damn it. Yeah, Tyro's a strong word. You wouldn't expect that. But they said, so that's the thing. Despite like that snarky headline, and that was the same article that talked about the Vincennes bus station getting the Oz from the chorus of Oz. That was the description of it, a chorus of Oz.
Not to disparage that shot, it was pretty good.
It was all right.
But
wasn't anything amazing.
No.
But Vincennes bus stop. But that article, that's the thing. Despite kind of saying all that snarky stuff, it did say, despite its shortcomings, one thing should be remembered. House was an effort by a group of novices to do something creative. People trying to bring to the movie house something more than products being ground out in Hollywood like so much sausage. So I was like, well, that's kind of a little poetic, like say a caveat to put on, like, it's not a great movie, it's blah, blah, but hey, look, it's beginners. They went out and tried something, and it's compared to the crap that Hollywood's been putting out, it's something else.
That's as much kindness as you're gonna get from a critic.
Seriously, but like that's enough. I'm sure Bob Berry was appreciative of that, but didn't go very far. And he had written a follow-up movie that didn't go anywhere, and he didn't make any other. He was involved in some other movies, but didn't write, direct, produce any of that other stuff ever again. Although between 2018 and 2022, he did create, write, direct a horror anthology podcast called A Walk in the Dark, and it was out of Indianapolis. It's definitely him. So kind of funny that he didn't do anything else but a podcast. I don't know, dude. It's just something about that is like, I'm glad that he did at least. And again, it's like, apparently it's a Twilight Zone-y type of thing, which this movie's been given.
I actually was getting some Twilight Zone vibes from this film.
Some of the reviews gave it that comparison, so I think that's absolutely fair. So that's the thing. It's not a perfect movie. It's not a great movie, but for our show, for you think about the movies we've seen, and this is just a kind of a great frame of reference to bring into regional films, into haunted house films, into all of that. I think it kind of just helps us widen our palette a little bit, and just understanding like what could be done, what people were trying to do, and just being appreciative of it. So had fun with it. I hope you did. I had a great time. So
yeah,
as always, with you wonderful, wonderful people. And of course, next week we've got our finale double feature. Now, again, the next Friday's Halloween Friday. We're going to have our bonanza for you, which, if you want to contribute to that with a little message to all your Screamstream family, of course, take a video with your phone, or if you've got a webcam, and send it to our email, screamstreamshow@gmail.com. But next week is going to be our last kind of official movie presentations, and so we're going to be finishing that like we do every October finale with a double feature. And again, we're keeping the art horror theme going with Daughter of Horror, which is, I believe it's about 55 minutes. It's a shorter film, but there's no dialogue. It's completely silent, and it's all these in it, but it was filmed in 1955. But there's all these kind of artistic, weird things. And so I already said that, but what I haven't said, and what's very special about the double feature that we're going to do, I'm going to call this the Blob double feature. The reason I'm going to do that is because if any of you out there are fans or familiar with the original incarnation of the movie The Blob, which the exact years is escaping me right now, there's a iconic scene from The Blob. It's not the climax, but it's pretty close. It's in the third act, where the Blob breaks into a movie theater. And kind of like The Tingler, but it's like coming through the thing, and so people are like filing out, like screaming, running out. But very prominently, as they're doing this, on the marquee of the theater, you see that they're presenting Daughter of Horror plus Bela Lugosi. So I always wondered, like, what's the Bela Lugosi movie they're showing? Like, they're showing Daughter of Horror. Like, what are these movies?
Yeah.
Because if you've seen The Blob, even the trailer, and next week we'll show the trailer for The Blob, they show that shot where you see Daughter of Horror plus Bela Lugosi. So it's always like, if you've seen that movie, you just kind of like know of that as a double feature. So we're going to pair Daughter of Horror with a Lugosi movie that we have seen before, but we haven't watched it with all of you wonderful, wonderful people that now tune in with us every week. It was in our very first season. It was our very first season finale when we watched White Zombie.
Yeah.
Loved White Zombie. It's amazing. It's so much fun.
Classic.
I'm sure all of you out there love it, appreciate it. If you haven't watched it yet this October, don't watch it yet, because we're going to watch it next week. And I don't know if that's the Lugosi movie that was showing in that double feature, but
it could have been.
It
was one of them.
It's one of them. We're rounding it out. It's going to be so much fun to take that in with all of you, because it's just iconic. Like Bela Lugosi at his prime, and you cannot beat that. So we are so excited for our double feature finale next week. And that's going to be a little earlier also as well, actually. I think we're going to start at 7.
Yeah,
right?
We're starting the show a little early next week.
A little early next week. It's a double feature, but we're trying to get a little bit early. 7, I don't think it'll be earlier, but just stay tuned on the socials. We'll let you know for sure. But we still got more Shocktober. We'll have we have a Saturday night shocker tomorrow night with our cult classic triple feature. And I know Alana said she's already watched House on Haunted Hill twice. Well, we've got it.
Watch it again.
If you want to watch it again, we're going to be presenting it a third time tomorrow night. Along with Spider Baby, which we haven't shown in a while, and The Brain That Wouldn't Die. So a pretty solid cult classic triple feature for you. Wow. And then after next Friday, next Saturday, we'll have Monster Mash Bash for you, so it'll be an expanded Saturday Night Shocker, like, excuse me, about 6 hours. It's going to be longer, actually, 6.5 hours. So that's going to be fun. If you're doing anything on Saturday, you're looking for something to put on, we'll be showing some cheesy monster favorites. And then the Bonanza, of course, on Halloween. Get ready for it. It's going to be so much fun. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, we've had a lot of fun tonight. Of course, all of our good friends in the chat. Alana, Sears, Kathy. I know Scott and Thomas. And I know Alana has sent me the list. James, Sally, Fresh was in here. Let's see. Joe, Shirley, of course, Bees, Steve, Tom O. Think that's everybody. Thomas P. Hope I didn't miss you. Anybody else? Really appreciate you all tuning in tonight. It has been so much fun. It's been a blast.
Did you mention Steve?
Steve. Oh God, Steve.
Okay, Steve.
Steve, you slipped by me there. You snuck by me there. I'm looking through. I'm trying to, like, I didn't see you there, Steve. Well, and Steve, of course. Really, 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 really appreciate you all tuning in tonight. It was a blast, and we're going to be closing out Shocktober hard. I think I'm going to share my Spotify Halloween playlist with you guys.
Okay, that's a treat. Guys, Garrett, so I don't know if you just do you do this every year, a different one, or is it one that you just
it's just
curate?
One I keep adding to it.
Okay, so Garrett has a spectacularly curated Halloween playlist that I have borrowed more than one occasion for Halloween events.
Well, I'll tell you, I've added a couple new ones on recently, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm gonna share that, I think, on the YouTube, because on our YouTube community page, because yeah, I mean, it's a nice curated mix of obviously Halloween novelty songs, but also pop music hits that maybe have a creepy or a scary theme.
They've got October in their soul.
Yeah, October in their soul, or some kind of fall theme, or there's just some kind of vibe that you could associate with this time of year. It's on there, and it's about like 8 hours, maybe longer than that. It's like 150 songs. Like, it's not as many as you would think would fill out that time slot, and it's not like a bunch of movie soundtracks. It's trying to make like a party kind of it's kind of a fun thing. Yeah, I want to share that with you guys. If you're looking for if you've got Spotify, if you're on Spotify, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, we're just really enjoying this time of year, living it up. So anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
I had something.
He's like, oh no, I lost it at the last
having that
minute.
Dream.
Right.
Where are my pants?
I gotta get out of here.
My test is in 15 minutes.
I gotta be behind the blocks in 5 minutes. That's the equivalent for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. If you tune in for the Saturday Night Shockers tomorrow night, until tomorrow, but for us, until next week. Sweet screams, everybody.
And to all, a good fright.